Hello, my name is Chris Watson, and welcome to my project developed for Psychology of Play, Week 2. This public service announcement was developed and narrated by me, Chris Watson, Full Sail University student, Bachelor of Science Computer Animation. Our society today is rapidly changing as we evolve into the automated world of computers and games. It wasn't all that long ago that children filled the playgrounds at schools during their breaks, all the while unknowingly honing their skills for social activity. If you were to ride by a playground today, you would most likely find it empty and in need of repair. According to the U.S. Play Coalition, a full quarter of elementary schools in America offer no recess for their students. A rise of modern technology and increased media exposure requires that our students become tech savvy at a very early age. This, for the most part, is out of necessity. Most workplaces today require some degree of understanding of the digital world. No Child Left Behind Act was created in response to our nation's school system's decline in high school graduates. In 2001, the No Child Left Behind Act was implemented. Since that time, we as Americans have experienced a 28% decrease in recess and a 35% decrease in physical education, and these numbers continue to rise every year. A recent study reports that youth between the ages of 8 and 18 spend an average of 7 hours and 38 minutes each day with electronic media. That totals almost 53 hours each week. This is a real and growing crisis that threatens children's health, fitness, and development. Our children have suffered the consequences of the absence of recess and involvement in physical activity. You don't have to look very hard to see the results, like obesity, anxiety disorders, social disorders, ADHD, and a multitude of other health-related issues. Children need these activities to gain social skills needed for their adult life as well as overall physical fitness. Social imprinting has a part to play in this development process. An example of social imprinting could be illustrated by a gosling following in its mother from birth and mimicking certain behaviors at certain stages of life. Humans are not immune to this behavior. They too mimic their parents or whoever they spend the most time with while in the developmental stages of life. But neuroplasticity gives us the ability to change and evolve to suit our environment or our specific needs. The concept of neuroplasticity is the ability of the brain to be shaped by these experiences. An individual may experience positive experiences for the first part of their development and then be exposed to negative experiences, changing their entire outcome for their life. Learning is a change in behavior due to experience. Therefore, different environments can often lead to very different lifestyles. So, involvement in play and social activities with other groups of human beings is beneficial to the proper development of an individual. Applying this concept, one could deduct that if you grow up with criminals, you are more likely to engage in criminal activity. Or, if your family is highly involved in law enforcement, you're more likely to be involved in law enforcement in some way. A study of 830 mothers found that although 70% of today's mothers played outside daily while they were children, only 31% of that number allowed their own children to play outside today. The most common explanation has been termed by some as stranger danger, or the fear of strangers. This term describes the overinflation of perceived dangers to children in our society through constant media exposure. Play is necessary and is part of a healthy human development and should not be discounted or discarded by society. Play should be viewed as a valuable asset for us to protect and is considered a developmentally appropriate approach to learning. As our educational workloads increase, our breaks become shorter, and in some places breaks may not exist at all. As our happiness is sacrificed in the name of productivity, we become aggravated and frustrated with our environment. Ironically, this causes us to be even less productive and the products that we create reflect our frustrations. This process is not limited to our youth. It extends to humans in all developmental stages of life. Taking regular breaks in a natural outdoor setting can be very beneficial to an individual's ability to achieve a state of flow. When an individual achieves flow, they are happy and satisfied in whatever it is that they may be doing, which leads to a more productive state of mind. Most people can relate to this concept and can probably identify a time when they were experiencing flow. Some stress is good in a person's life, but the effect of continual severe stress can cause severe health problems that cannot be ignored. So I encourage you to plan breaks into your busy schedule and play whenever you can. It will lead to a healthier, more productive you.